In a break of tradition, the Philadelphia Catholic League Finals are being held on a Sunday. So put those missalettes back in the pew, pick up a program on your way into this cathedral, where today we will crown a Catholic League champion. In the girls' championship, it's Neumann-Goretti, undefeated in league play, and with the league's MVP taking on Archbishop Carroll, a program with a Hall of Fame coach and a tradition of success at the highest level. Hi everybody, Bob Long, and alongside me is UPenn legend Megan McCullough with us to bring you all the action from this contest, where the game's going to be played at its highest level, and the reason is because of the players on the floor. Let's start with Archbishop Carroll here tonight. Alexis Ebers was a key in the semifinal win. She's been the key all year long.
She has. Junior Alexis Ebers really getting recruited at the high level, coming off a career night, like you mentioned, 30 points last game, can score at all aspects, and just a leader on the floor for the Carroll team.
Archbishop Carroll, it's not just Ebers, and certainly not the only Ebers that's going to be in the lineup to begin with. Kayla Ebers is a star for this Archbishop Carroll team, and Brooke Olander provides some size as well. Abby McFillin and Olivia Nardi, some great names, some terrific talent, and a program that has relied upon these five throughout the good portion of the year. On the Neumann-Goretti Saints side, they are led by the MVP, Corinne Easley.
Bob, Corinne Easley coming off 17 points, league MVP as you mentioned, and again, can get to the basket, really scrappy on defense, looking to get steals, and excited for her to be on the floor here today at the Palestra.
Head coach Andrea Peterson has a terrific starting lineup as well, and it's the dynamic duo in the backcourt, Amaya Scott and Corinne Easley. Those two can get to the basket at will. Kamora Berry, keep an eye on her, a spot-up shooter from beyond the arc, and it's those driving lanes that are opened up because of the space that Berry and Baker push on the outside. So we have you all set for tip-off here at the Palestra, the Cathedral of College Basketball, and we're here to bring you all the action on the Penn Sports Network. We will have tip-off for you momentarily here on the Penn Sports Network, and maybe the great day, the great carnival of basketball is about to get underway. A doubleheader, girls then boys championships in the Philadelphia Catholic League. John McBride is the public address announcer for the Philadelphia Catholic League on the girls' side, and he will introduce the Patriots of Archbishop Carroll. First introduced is Kayla Ebers. She has a lot of size, skill, physicality, and is a huge part of this team's success. Had huge minutes against Archbishop Wood in the semifinals. And there's Alexis Ebers, introduced number 12. She has been terrific as well. 30 points away from 1,000 points on her career. That's the last thing on her mind, though. Olivia Nardi, a senior, can light it up from behind the arc. And finally, number 42, Brooke Olander, and number 15, Abby McFillin. Olander, a senior, Abby McFillin, a sophomore. A lot of skill, a lot of positionless type basketball for this Archbishop Carroll team, and a coach in Remy Shields who's coached at multiple levels and can use that to her advantage. Now let's meet the Saints of Neumann-Goretti. Chrisette King, the freshman at 6 foot, provides that presence inside. Regina Baker can knock it down from the outside. A lefty loves to get to the basket. Mo Berry, they call her. Kamora Berry, one of the best three-point shooters in the Catholic League, unabashed about letting it go from behind the arc. Amaya Scott, number 0. They call her Mouse because she's quiet, but her impact is anything but. And finally, the MVP of the Catholic League, Corinne Easley. Neumann-Goretti will wear white. Archbishop Carroll will wear the black uniforms here tonight. The Palestra will continue to fill as the day goes along, and this thing will be packed in the second half. And Megan McCullough, the opportunity for these young girls to play in this type of atmosphere, what does it mean for them?
Yeah, it's very special. They had an experience at Villanova in the semifinals on Monday night, but to come down here, the boys' game to follow is amazing. Excited for their opportunity. I know it's going to be a great game. Neumann is looking for a championship. The last occurred in 2015. Carroll on the other side is also looking. They were here last year, lost in double overtime, so I know they'll be ready to take the floor.
2 of 3 years Archbishop Carroll has been in this building. Came up begging both times. Winners of a state championship 2 years ago. Neumann-Goretti, they last won a state title in 2022. Prior to that, they won 4 straight from 2015 to 2018. But they're looking for their first Philadelphia Catholic League title in 10 years. An all-world coaching matchup. You will not find 2 better pros than Andrea Peterson and Renee Shields. The stage is set. 365 days we wait for this, and we are underway. Abby McPhillin will be given the keys to the car from a ball handling standpoint, a true point guard, Megan, and does a terrific job leading this offense.
Yeah, she's new to this role as a sophomore, and it has done a great job handling the ball and pressure.
Ebers gave it up for Olivia Nardi. Neumann-Goretti comes out in the man-to-man defense. Tough shot off the screen. Good defense there by the 6-foot Chrisette King. And no doubt, Megan, Neumann-Goretti will be able to switch at times in this man-to-man, but interesting to see the 6-foot King on the very, very talented Alexis Ebers. Nardi, Archbishop Carroll loves to get players cutting to the basket off the ball. That's Kayla Ebers, the freshman. Kayla Ebers has a twin sister, Megan, as you know, and this program could look even stronger. A difficult situation where Kelsey went down with an injury, not expected to play throughout the rest of the year. A corner 3 won't go.
With next year having 3 Ebers on the court will be quite scary, but we look to attack here on the offensive end from Carroll.
Kayla Ebers again got to a great spot, in and out. Good rebound inside, and that is last touched by Archbishop Carroll, but getting inside there was Alexis Ebers, the junior. You mentioned the 3 Ebers sisters. Next year it will be senior, sophomore, as you mentioned, with hopefully all of them healthy for the duration.
You can see here the Carroll girls helping off. It's going to be critical to not let Neumann-Goretti get in the lane and attack just like that.
Good wall up, though. Archbishop Carroll making life difficult early in a travel. Regina Baker got in there on the defensive effort, causes the turnover. Physical basketball early on.
Yeah, Baker, a sophomore, has had a great year. Multiple Division I offers and playing good basketball.
Kamora Berry lets the crowd know. The 2-2-1 full court defensive zone here for Neumann-Goretti, broken very well. Skip pass. A deep 3 for Nardi. 2 ticks on the rim. That shot from the college route level. Remember, we are playing the high school 3-point line, which is the white line drawn. That one won't go. Olander got on the floor. Nice job there. First to the floor is going to get the 50-50 balls here this afternoon.
Yeah, I think there's an opportunity here for Carroll to push it, get some easy transition baskets before Neumann-Goretti can get set in their defensive set.
McPhillin carving her way in. Kayla Ebers, no good. Corinne Easley all the way through the lane. And last touch by Archbishop Carroll. The MVP, Corinne Easley, able to carve her way through. The little engine that could, per Andrea Peterson. A 1,000-point score, 14 points per contest, 3 steals per game.
And heading to Fordham next year. She's really done a great job for this Neumann-Goretti team.
How did she get all the way to the rim? Stuck with that right-hand dribble. 5-2 Neumann-Goretti early on. Alexis Ebers, that 5-second count is at 4, and now it's at 5. And that's the second time that number 22, Regina Baker, the sophomore, got a defensive stop for Neumann-Goretti.
It's going to be important. Neumann-Goretti did a great job at O'Hara in the semifinal to get stops on defense, and they came out strong with a few stops here to start off the game.
Baker has 5 Division I offers as a sophomore. Amaya Scott gives it up. Chrisette King had it taken away. Just into the contest, Kate Schumacher, the sophomore, got good playing time in the semifinal. Baker again, just terrific defense and first to the floor. Just took away that baseline drive for Kayla Ebers. Amaya Scott.
Carroll switching there on defense.
Step back. The MVP at it again, Corinne Easley. You think about pace of the game, you would have thought that maybe the way this is going might behoove Archbishop Carroll. As Neumann-Goretti averages over 70 points a game, loves to get up and down the floor, but Andrea Peterson has this Neumann-Goretti club playing a more disciplined and perhaps deliberate style. A deep 3 won't go. And a solid check out by Chrisette King. Baker. What a job by Kayla Ebers.
Great hustle play.
And the chuck is called there against Regina Baker. But it has been a terrific defensive quarter for her. Get another look here at this steal. Couldn't get the rebound on the offensive glass, but never giving up on that play as the freshman. Kayla Ebers, defended by Mo Berry. Difficult pass through traffic. Guess who is on the other side of that one playing cornerback? Regina Baker again denying the pass to Alexis Ebers. Certainly been the difference maker thus far, Megan. Regina Baker.
She has.
And now she has it in her hands. Loves to dribble left. Puts up a wild shot. And now that's the second personal foul against Regina Baker. So it has been a seesaw for her, making every impact play. But now the coaching staff, Megan, has to make a decision about the 2 fouls and what you do with Baker. And one here where you just don't want that 90 feet from the basket. An easy call right in front of the official. And on the other end, pretty good looking shot from the baseline. Schumacher came up with it. McFillin all the way. Too strong off the window. Easily, this is where she is dangerous. On the blow by. Timeout, Renee Shields. Neumann-Goretti. This is what the blueprint has looked like over the course of the year. Get out and run, 94 feet in transition. And it's a terrific start with Corinne Easley having 6 of the 9 points for Neumann-Goretti.
Bob, it's starting on the defensive end, as we mentioned. They're able to get turnovers, limiting Carroll to 1 shot and pushing the ball up the floor to get some easy baskets.
Heart over height is what this Neumann-Goretti coaching staff had talked about over the course of the year. And Andrea Peterson said there's something really special about this group. There's a look at the Archbishop Carroll student section coming out to see their girls play in the championship here this year. There's always been someone in Archbishop Carroll's way, and perhaps last year was the most vicious in terms of how it happened. A double overtime loss to Archbishop Wood. Had a shot at the horn that would have won the game. Would have been a tough shot, pretty far beyond the 3-point line, but put everything into that contest and had a chance to win at the end. Neumann-Goretti pulling that defense out well beyond the three-point line. Everyone collapses, and what a finish.
Got
Alexis Ebers.
Bounce. Ebers with the shooter's bounce there.
That's one, though, you love to see potentially, and I think with the intelligence that she has, basketball IQ on the floor, she's going to recognize that. 3 defenders crashed on her. There's easily. And so with those 3 defenders crashing, Megan, there might be an opportunity to kick out to an open three-point catch-and-shoot type of player.
Good job of Carroll breaking the pressure. Tough shot by Ebers.
So hard when you're running full speed at the rim straight on like that. This is Amaya Scott pulling it back. 1 minute to go. No shot clock at the high school level. And so Neumann-Goretti is forcing Carroll to make a decision. If you sit back, they can hold for the last shot. If you try to speed up Neumann-Goretti, there's a back cut waiting for you.
Be a potential to foul here, at least get an opportunity to get an inbound steal.
Easily breaking all the pressure. What a look and a block there on the other end. Kayla Ebers takes it off the hands of Hanaya Solis Morgan, who just checked into the game. 10 seconds is called against Archbishop Carroll. Did not get it across the timeline.
Seemed to be a quick 10 there, but Carroll will have to get another stop here before the quarter.
Neumann-Goretti with his 5-out offense, specifically tailored to this personnel group. Easily off the ball screen. Easily through traffic, and she is fouled. A bailout call there with 8.3 to go. Like we talked about on the other end, this time 4 defenders collapsing, Megan, on Easley. Good look from our baseline cam. And it does go against Kayla Ebers, getting 2 hands in there.
Carroll's going to be careful here. I'm sure Newman's going to pressure up, see if they can get a shot off in these 8 seconds we have. Way to hit the middle.
Look opposite now. Ebers cutting. McFillin couldn't get it over the front rim. That is a terrific play by Archbishop Carroll. Just went begging at the rim. And Neumann-Goretti with a 9-point lead at the end of 1 here at the Palestra. A game in the regular season that Archbishop Carroll led late in that 4th quarter. Neumann-Goretti is taking control early. Bob Long, Megan McCullough here. A terrific day at the Palestra. Game 1 of 2. And there are a lot of folks to thank here tonight. Some sponsors that made this afternoon happen. First, want to thank Blocks. Blocks is an organization that helps you to turn your Pennsylvania state tax liability into need-based scholarships while earning you a 90% PA tax credit. Learn more at blocks.org/tax credit. And the Philadelphia Catholic League is excited to announce it has partnered with Sports Specialties to provide championship gear and great PCL apparel. With a new online store, go to PCL25.itemorder.com to get your PCL championship gear. Also, Petrosky Physio is a sponsor of today's telecast as well. You can visit them online or on their social media. A multi-year sponsor here with the Philadelphia Catholic League, and we are so excited to have them back. Archbishop Carroll 0 for 6 from beyond the three-point arc in the first quarter.
It's just what Carroll needed out of the quarter start to get a stop on defense, and let's see if they can go transition something on the offensive end.
Huck Palmer is sitting next to us, by the way, keeps the statistics across the Catholic League all year long. 10 points for Corinne Easley in that first quarter. But now Archbishop Carroll settled into the game. There's the first triple of the afternoon. Alexis Ebers.
Great ball movement there from the Patriots and a very patient offensive set.
Scott can shoot the three, but is better here getting to the rim. Just couldn't get it over the front rim. May have lost it on the way up. Archbishop Carroll is committed to crashing, though, Megan, against the driver and forcing Neumann-Goretti to kick out and hit a three if they want. That time, Scott just let it go. Kayla Ebers. Not that time. Good rebound there by Berry. Zion Costin into the contest as well. Started some of the games, most of the games last year, had to accept her role as a sixth man. And not only has she accepted that role, but she's provided such energy off the bench. And the corner three is knocked down. Costin, an early impact.
The seniors have been playing together for some time. Knew the passes were coming.
Archbishop Carroll, they space the floor so well, those overhand passes. Trying to get them into the offense. McFillin. Kate Schumacher with the head fake. Schumacher all the way into the lane. That's a great finish, and I think a terrific no call by this officiating crew, Megan.
Agreed. Good attack. Neumann-Goretti tried to help, but just not in position, and she's able to finish at the basket.
They generally have let the game played out in a physical manner, which some of the folks in this league would tell you from the way Neumann-Goretti plays the on-ball defense, a grab here or there, the body. That might favor Neumann-Goretti as Easley has 12. Now the game certainly has some flow, though, and a grab is called. That should go against Solis Morgan. It will. Anaya Solis Morgan, a terrific shooter, a freshman at 5'8", and someone that Neumann-Goretti is very excited to have for the next 3+ years. That's Andrea Peterson, Hall of Fame head coach, a terrific player, the 2015 Naismith Coach of the Year at the high school level.
And familiar with the Carroll team as she was a player back in the day. Two-time All-Catholic at Carroll. So looking quite familiar opponent here.
Corinne Easley, not that time. Costin, so strong on the window, and a held ball. That's Olivia Nardi. Olivia Nardi, have to say, by the way, because you're thinking on the main line, last name Nardi. Mike Nardi, a great player at Villanova, now an assistant. Unrelated, but it is a good name to have at Archbishop Carroll.
Good basketball name for sure.
Another good basketball name, we've talked a lot about Ebers. Eric Ebers in the Villanova Hall of Fame. Michelle Thornton, his wife, also in the Villanova Hall of Fame and the Delco Hall of Fame. Mother and father of these three girls, and very, very proud Mama and Papa here tonight. And now for Archbishop Carroll, the way that Neumann-Goretti runs their offense, you have to be efficient about these possessions, get good looks. That's a deep one. But Schumacher with a second offensive rebound here in the quarter.
Great possession and position to get in there.
And another foul goes against Neumann-Goretti. So that's the second team foul against Neumann-Goretti here in the second quarter. Quick reminder for those of you newer here to the high school game, or at least more recent to it. more going to the NBA model now, where you have 5 fouls per quarter. You reset the fouls at the beginning of each quarter, unlike the college game where you tick upwards towards 10 through the first half. That will stay with Archbishop Carroll. So gone are the days of the 1-and-1. Disappointing, by the way, Megan.
It is. It takes away that pressure on that foul shot, so.
Have to earn your second.
You do.
And gives you some situations where you can foul at the end of the first or the third quarter with fouls to give. Tough shot in the lane. Solid defense. Better offensive rebound. Open three for Nardi. That one doesn't draw any iron. But it will stay here, and what a play by the freshman Kayla Ebers. This can be one of those back-breaking type of possessions here, Megan, but Archbishop Carroll has to end it with a bucket.
They do. They got to convert here.
Ebers, not that time, and that's going to stay here again. Mo Berry got her hand on it last. Neumann-Goretti last won the title, as we mentioned, in 2015. They won it the year before that as well. First Catholic League titles for that program since 1970, when they won it in 2014 and 2015. Good shot off the window. Little curl cut there from Abby McFillin, the sophomore.
Another family of basketball, the McFillins. Senior is unfortunately out this year due to an ACL, but great job by the McFillin girls. And here we have Ebers. Handoff to
tough pass there.
Tough pass.
And you're absolutely right on the McFillin family. You do have Maddie, unfortunately injured, expected to be out for the rest of the year, but she will play at Air Force next year. Her sister, Felicity, is also at the Air Force. And of course, no pressure, Abby, but 2 years to find out where you're going to play at the next level as well. She keeps playing the way she is now. She will have a lot of choices. Easily, wild shot. And I think Archbishop Carroll will take that. MVP or not, that is a low percentage look. That is terrific passing. Schumacher cashes in. And all of a sudden, back to 4. When you go to off-season coaching clinics, as I know you do, Meg, I think they're going to put that film on right there. That was a terrific offensive possession.
It was drive, attack, and find the open shooter.
Scott doesn't draw any iron. And a little Uncle Mo here at the Palestra for Archbishop Carroll. So what do you think the key is here in the final 2:27? Full court pressure coming from Neumann-Goretti.
Carroll's has to remain patient. They've been doing a good job moving the ball.
And getting looks like that, it didn't fall for Kayla Ebers, but you'll take that shot every time down the floor. Zion Costin, she's now hit 2 from that corner. A 6th man in name only. She was a starter last year, as we had talked about, plays starter minutes. Good interception by Amaya Scott. She took a hit going across the middle. A big-time play, just the first team foul against Archbishop Carroll. Look at Scott like a safety here, coming into your living room. What a play on the ball. Get her on the football field. Bear in mind also that Amaya Scott played with a lot of foul trouble in the semifinal game against Cardinal O'Hara. A big part of Cardinal O'Hara's runs came while Scott was on the bench. Her availability here tonight has been huge. And how do you let that play on? I don't have a whistle yet. Here comes Archbishop Carroll. Not a lot of numbers. Trailer, though, is a good one in transition. It didn't fall that time.
I'd like to see Carroll there try to get to the basket and convert on a layup versus the pull-up three. We'll see what Neumann does here with a minute to go.
The officials had a much better view than we did. Looking through a lot of bodies, I'm sure our camera crew did have a better view up top, but hard to imagine that play is able to continue as two players possess the ball, go to the floor all in one motion. No travel, no foul. And a bump is called there. Abby McFillin took the foul, 47 seconds left. Stay with us at halftime. We're expected to have Rob Delaney with us from Blocks, the CEO of the organization, to give us an update on Blocks and to thank him for his sponsorship. Contact, count it, and one for Regina Baker. She did everything in the first 4 minutes of this game and now inserts herself at the end of the half. One more look here from our baseline cam. What a look we have. Get to a good spot and go up all in one motion. No need to put that ball on the deck there, Megan. .40 seconds left. How does Archbishop Carroll manage this end of half situation? I think you take a good look if you get it, even if that comes before the end of the half. Neumann-Goretti has 2 fouls to give if they want to. Kaylee Ebers. This is Schumacher with 12 on the game clock. Nardi, that's an NBA range 3, and it comes up well short. So that's sometimes the struggle there, Megan. You take it all the way down, and you don't get the look that you want after all that.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. They had good patience. Like I said earlier, I'd like to see them getting something going to the basket, as I think you'll see here with Easley.
Easley, pretty good look at the horn. Just wouldn't fall. But what they did well there, Megan, is they got her receiving the ball, moving up the floor, gave her the momentum to get all the way inside that three-point line in just over 5 seconds of game time. A thought on what we've seen through the first 16 minutes of action?
Yeah, I think Carroll had a good second half. They were able to, play a little bit of their game, get some backdoor cuts. But Neumann-Goretti is still shooting well, getting stops on defense and pressuring Carroll. And excited for the second half here at the Palestra. It's filling in here for the boys' game that's following, and we're looking forward to a great second half.
Stand by, if you would, with us here, folks. And shortly, we'll have Rob Delaney with Blocks as our halftime guest. Neumann-Goretti 23, Archbishop Carroll 14 in the girls' final. Hi again, everybody, and welcome back to the Palestra. The girls' final is at halftime, and we are so happy to have Rob Delaney, the CEO of Blocks, with us here at half to tell us an important message about Blocks, and certainly we want to thank you for your terrific sponsorship of the league and certainly of this 3-day carnival.
Thank you, Bob. This is really special for us. What we have here on the court are Blocks scholars playing their hearts out. What we have in the stands is Blocks scholars as students cheering their teams on, and we have Blocks families here. We're really excited to sponsor this, and really this is all because of and thanks to our donors who really make this happen, providing scholarships to these young people.
Let's talk about that program, because I promise it's easier than you think, and it is a terrific program to support Catholic education. Maybe you can walk us through some of the intricacies and what folks should be looking out for or thinking about when they're considering your different programs.
Absolutely, Bob, and thank you for that. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be a wealthy person to provide a scholarship for a young person. We say Blocks makes this as easy as 1, 2, 3. Line 12, 1, 2 on your Pennsylvania state tax return. If that number is more than $3,000, 3, 1, 2, 3, then you should really be doing EITC program. You get a 90% tax credit for the state taxes that you're paying in Pennsylvania, and you're providing a scholarship for children in need.
How did you get into this business yourself, and what drew you to Catholic education and specifically providing need to those that do need it?
Well, you know, I grew up in this area, and my wife and myself personally, we've been doing EITC since 2012, so we've been doing this over a dozen years. And, you know, education is one of those things, really one of the only things that can't be taken away from you. It is really a way out for a lot of children. It's a way to a brighter future for a lot of children. And my wife and I have a passion for education, and that's really what it's been about for us.
The Archdiocese of Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Catholic League, and its member institutions are really bedrocks of their various communities.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you've seen that from visiting schools and being involved with the relative administrations. Maybe you could put into words what the Catholic League and what these member institution schools specifically do for the young men and women that go to school there.
Absolutely. What they're really doing and what we see every day is, and this is what we do at Blocks, we're leading with love. Love is our superpower. There's just no question about it. And, you know, I had a principal say to me on my second week as I was visiting their school, said, we tell our girls every day that we love them. And that's really important. And so they're getting great education, they're getting great moral support, and learning how to be a great member of a community.
That is terrific. And so then when you leave the halls here of this haunted and terrific venue, the spirits are with us here today,
It's
I'm
amazing.
sure.
Amazing.
What will Blocks be doing next, and what is next on the agenda where we'll see you guys down the line?
Well, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to celebrate with the winners tomorrow. So we're going to be at the schools and in the community. We're real excited about that. But we have events that are happening all the time. And, you know, we're out there. We try to be visible, and we ourselves try to be a strong member of the community. So we got our Blocks Gala coming up in May. It's going to be another great event for community.
Well, it sounds to me, folks, and certainly I've enjoyed and we've been involved personally on my wife and my side.
Yes.
You should look into this, folks. I mean, 10% is what's coming out of pocket, and you are funding scholarships for folks that need it to get much-needed educational opportunities at some of the best schools in Philadelphia and beyond.
Absolutely.
It is a terrific opportunity to have you. Is there anything else that the folks should know about your great organization?
You know, really just that we're thrilled to be here, to have this opportunity to support the students, to support these schools and the great work they're doing. They are the inspirational part of what it is that we do, and we couldn't be any more grateful to be here to do this.
Terrific. It's why we do what we do here on the broadcast side, showcasing the student athletes. Thank you for the opportunity that you give the student athletes. And thanks for being part of our halftime show.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Rob Delaney, the CEO of Blocks, our distinguished guest. And in just a few minutes, we'll start the second half on the Penn Sports Network. Just about the time to get started with the second half here on the Penn Sports Network. A look at some of the plays that made the first half what it was. Corinne Easley. You'll see a lot of Corinne Easley, Megan McCullough, on this highlight reel. She led all scorers and really was the conductor of the offense at the same time. And on the Archbishop Carroll side, we see number 12 there, one of the Ebers sisters, who has been terrific. Alexis Ebers came into the game needing 30 points for 1,000. That's Kate Schumacher knocking down the triple from the wing, keeping Archbishop Carroll at bay. Megan, they're 9 points down. It's going to have to start on the defensive end. Neumann-Goretti was effective offensively. Let's look at some of those key stats. 39% from the field for Neumann-Goretti. It's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc, but Archbishop Carroll, 15 of their 27 shot attempts were from beyond the three-point line. Those are going to have to go down at a higher clip. And a kick ball keeps it here, probably keeps a bucket off the board there as Regina Baker was open inside.
17 rebounds from Carroll in the first half. They definitely will need to keep that up on both ends of the court.
Amaya Scott slices to the rim.
She saw a small opening there and attacked it. Great take by Amaya Scott.
Neumann-Goretti, they told us their goal was very simple. They want to go 3 for 3 this year. Philadelphia Catholic League title, District's 12 title, and then state title. You can't go 3 for 3 without winning the first one. And they have an 11-point lead early in the third. A lot of contact there, and a push in the back from Amaya Scott. I got to tell you, I am very, very surprised. We're going to get a great look here. I honestly don't know how you do not call a technical there. Great crew here today. Chad Johnson, Margaret Hussey, and Amy Lukasevich. I thought they've had a great game to this point. That is a big miss that I don't think you can miss, Megan.
I agree. I know there was contact to start, but tough after the play foul.
That's in the run of play. I understand that Scott doesn't want somebody landing on her, and Olivia Nardi is a physical player, but two-hand shove to the back in front of 3 officials. That's a tough one not to be called. Timeout on the floor. Let's tell you now about one of our newest sponsors, Flip It. Flip Out is here with the Philadelphia Catholic League here today. Children's gymnastics. You can check them out online on social media. Flip Out, proud sponsor of the Philadelphia Catholic League Finals. Proud to have Flip Out with us here today.
Again, this is a big possession for Archbishop Carroll. Need to get a stop.
Danger zone here for Archbishop Carroll. Got to find a way to get some stops here. Amaya Scott through traffic, and she was hit hard. Unabashed getting to the basket, Amaya Scott. She can get there with the right hand or the left. And that nasty spin move got her to the baseline. Here's a look from that baseline cam. She got hammered by Kayla Ebers. First team All-Catholic, Amaya Scott, goes by Mouse. Scored 35 points earlier in the year against Nazareth, and she'll head to Delaware State next year. Really interesting as you think about Amaya Scott, Corinne Easley, the 2 seniors on this team. They were effectively the seniors, Megan, last year as well, as they did not have a single senior on the roster last year. And having underclassmen and those 2 key juniors in big situations for 2 straight years puts them into this position to try to go win a Philadelphia Catholic League championship.
Definitely gives them that experience just playing together. And a great shot there by Kayla Ebers.
Keeps Archbishop Carroll within shouting distance. It's a 12-point game. Scott again goes baseline. Gets all the way to the rim. They are trying to force her towards the middle of the floor, Megan, towards that help defense. And with a nasty crossover, she finds herself on the baseline without any help defense. Ebers, good drive into the lane, was hit by Corinne Easley. And the little ball fake there from Kayla Ebers gave her an open drive lane here, Megan, into the lane.
Yeah, I like that take. It's important for Carroll now to get to the basket, get to the foul line when the ball, when the clock is stopped, and get some foul shots.
Archbishop Carroll, they've challenged themselves all year long. Felt like every non-league game was against a nationally top 25 type of opponent. Neumann-Goretti is absolutely in that category as well. So the record may not stand out to you, but they'll tell you that those games prepared them for where they are right now, and a grab is called. Really good call on the baseline. 2 hands on the ball handler in an attacking drive. But a 13-point deficit, yes, it is a little daunting against this Neumann-Goretti team, but they've been playing, Megan, top-of-the-line competition all year long.
That's one thing Carroll will not do is give up. They'll keep fighting as a team and playing team basketball.
Maybe an extra step there, wouldn't fall. Here comes Kayla Ebers. No numbers for Archbishop Carroll. Solid catch there by Kayla Ebers. Offensive rebound by Abby McFillin. Alexis Ebers all the way to the rim. Little head fake again, got the defender in the air.
Great extra possession due to McFillin's rebound, and that's what Carroll needs to keep doing to fight back into this game.
Scott. Amaya Scott, good kick there. Baker couldn't hit it. One and done for Neumann-Goretti. Kate Schumacher. Nardi never afraid to let it go from beyond the arc. Kayla Ebers, it's a big one from the corner. 8-point lead. They've cut into that deficit more than they have since early in that second quarter. And a little Uncle Mo here in the Palestra for Archbishop Carroll. How has it swung, Megan?
Yeah, I mean, Carroll's been playing good team defense, getting extra possessions, limiting Neumann-Goretti to one shot. And we'll see what they come out of the timeout. It looks like they may be pressuring up and keeping the aggression on their side.
We talked in the semifinal about passing to the pocket, and those two replays there showed us that. Putting that ball right into the slot where Kayla Ebers, a terrific three-point shooter, can just catch and rise in one motion. The percentages, as our buddy Matt Paul said on our previous broadcast, go way up when you pass it to the pocket. And that's what Archbishop Carroll's going to need. 2 for 15 from beyond the arc in the first half. Put them behind the 8 ball. They're a couple stops away and a couple of buckets from making this really interesting. This is Kamora Berry. Regina Baker. Tough shot in the lane. It goes down for Kamora Berry. The book on her is that she's a shooter. 15 points per contest. 6 straight threes in the second half in their quarterfinal win. But she can get off the bounce as well. Ebers is fouled by Zion Costin. Costin thought it was clean. But she jumped her there. That's good anticipation on the switch. The problem is it's the right arm, Megan. You come that left arm, you're not going to make that contact. But when you reach across the body with the right arm.
Definitely a foul.
There's Alexis Ebers.
Nice step through, and she was wide open for that layup.
3:17 to play, third quarter. Easily. First on the floor is Archbishop Carroll. Here comes Kayla Ebers. What a catch by Abby McFillin. And is fouled. That's 4 Archbishop Carroll Patriots being where they need to be. 2 of them on the floor. Ebers came up with the ball, Megan, and then McFillin gets to the weak side block. That is terrific basketball.
Yeah, great hustle all around, and nice catch by McFillin to be able to hold it and get that foul and get another possession for Carroll here. Good patience.
Abby McFillin. Alexis Ebers, a little short on that one. It's hard, rolling off that screen, didn't have that forward momentum to push upward there, and it came up off the front rim. Here's Amaya Scott. She's had a terrific third quarter. Corinne Easley turns on the Jets and was hit hard. Nothing easy coming at the rim for Neumann-Goretti. Olivia Nardi picks up the personal foul. Ended up on top of Easley in a very similar spot as she fell on Amaya Scott earlier. You'll see Nardi coming into your living room there with the help defense. Easley and Scott, best friends since they were young. They did everything together, and very early on they decided that they would go to Neumann-Goretti together. Easley goes by clutch. She won a state title as a freshman. She wants to get that back. 10-point lead. Neumann-Goretti, last touch by Neumann-Goretti. It's terrific defense there in the full court pressure. Also, that 10-second clock was running. And now they're going to override the call, so let's see what we have here on the replay. Last touched? Yeah, last touch by Archbishop Carroll. That's good communication there by the officials. We'll get an even better look here. Very clearly last touch by Nardi, and quickly on the other end, Regina Baker puts it in. Back to a 12-point lead. Important 2-minute stretch here for Archbishop Carroll. They got it as close as 8, and they turn it over again. Zion Costin in there on the steal. Easley, Berry, not that time, but Easley came up with it. Can Baker do it? Archbishop Carroll got away with one there.
They're looking to the sideline. Oh, and a steal.
Easley stayed in bounds, gave it up. Now potentially numbers for Archbishop Carroll. Kayla Ebers, she's been getting hot from beyond the arc. And the freshman paces the way. Boy, remember that possession. A little slick spot on the court, not uncommon here at the Palestra. This place gets hot. The condensation rises. That was blocked by Kayla Ebers. And remember that possession. It was 2-on-1 until Easley lost her footing in what was a 12-point game. Carroll got one 3-point shot. And can they get another bucket before the end of the quarter? Inside they go. Tough shot. Why not, though? Alexis Ebers has had a tough time from beyond the arc here tonight, so why not get it going from the post? Kayla Ebers, Alexis Ebers, 23 of Carroll's 30 points here this afternoon. And keeping them in this contest as we end the third quarter. Easley with 5. Here comes the double. Great defense. Still time. Down to 1. Good if it goes. And a little short from Abby McFillin, but a terrific defensive stop by Archbishop Carroll.
Yeah, I love that play from McFillin, jumping, anticipating. I think Coach Rini Shields talked about that. McFillin can anticipate. She saw the clock even down to that last second and able to get the shot off. So really great last 2 minutes from Archbishop Carroll. We're entering the fourth, 37-30.
Let's get another look at some of these big buckets for Archbishop Carroll. Kayla Ebers, how about again, this time from the opposite side, right in front of her bench. Kayla Ebers. It's been her afternoon, and specifically this third quarter has been really, really important. Also important, I want to thank all the folks that have made this possible here today for the Philadelphia Catholic League. Some terrific sponsors. We want to start by thanking Blocks, and we heard from Rob Delaney at the quarter break. Blocks helps turn your PA state tax liability into need-based scholarships for your school while earning you a 90% Pennsylvania tax credit. Learn more at blocks.org/tax credit. Sports Specialties. The Philadelphia Catholic League is proud to announce it has partnered with Sports Specialties to provide championship gear and great PCL apparel with a new online store. Go to PCL25.itemorder.com. And we also want to thank our friends at Flip Out, Philly's hottest spot to learn all your flip tricks. Thanks to them, Flip Out, a terrific gymnastics organization and a partner of the Philadelphia Catholic League. Corinne Easley picks up the personal foul. Remember, we reset to 0 in the fourth quarter. McFillan, kick out for Alexis Ebers, got to a good spot. Here comes Regina Baker the other way, no numbers, and makes the good decision to hold it up, but Kayla Ebers denied the pass. Possessions get even more important here, Megan. Late in these contests, no shot clock. The offensive firepower of Neumann-Goretti. Amaya Scott, she's been really good in this second half and is fouled. 2 shots coming for Amaya Scott. This time she does get to her stronger left hand. You can see coming off 2 feet. It's a good call there. It went against McFillan, not Kayla Ebers. Ebers was saying, hey, I was straight up. I think she was, Megan, but McFillan came over the top, broke the law of verticality.
Carroll has to be careful here. Off a foul shot, Neumann-Goretti may see a press, and Carroll has to be prepared in order to take care of the ball.
2 for 2 for Amaya Scott. Good flash to the basketball by Kate Schumacher. And a double foul is called. Regina Baker, Kayla Ebers. There's been some frustration brewing, so is Renee Shields. She can't believe that call. Here comes Baker off the floor. Ebers isn't going anywhere, I can promise you that. Just a quick discussion there for Regina Baker with Andrea Peterson, head coach of Neumann-Goretti.
As you mentioned, Bob, these are critical possessions. Carroll's got to get something here on offense. Nice kick.
Alexis Ebers, got it! The sister-to-sister connection. 6-point game. That has clearly been the difference for Archbishop Carroll. Certainly a recommitment to the defensive side of the basketball, but the ability to knock down the 3-point shot. First half was a struggle, just 2 made threes. Wild shot, it won't go. Really good on-ball defense, and that is out of bounds. Out of bounds as Corinne Easley hit the deck, possessed the ball while on the baseline. Let's get one more look Again, I think that's terrific defense there by Schumacher. Just had some trouble with the rebound, and there's Easley. First to the floor. That is a great call. Boy, that's hard to see at 50% speed zoomed in. And a foul is called against Regina Baker. And looking to hear on the big board and to see from John McBride, is that her 4th personal foul? Regina Baker confirmed. 4 personal fouls against Regina Baker. She's picked up 2 in the last minute, Megan. Big swing and momentum there. And now with her out of the game, Kayla Ebers got into the lane, got her own rebound, give her an offensive rebound and 2 points. And I love that. That's a Hall of Fame coach for you there, Megan. Recognize that terrific on-ball defender's off the floor and go right at the basket with your best driver.
For sure, Bob. Great attack, hustle to get her own rebound and put it right back up.
Easley didn't draw the iron. Kayla Ebers with 14. Alexis Ebers with 14. And Corinne Easley with 14 points. We got an eternity to go in this one. Kayla Ebers playing off 2 feet and is fouled. Amaya Scott picked up the personal foul, and that type of demonstrative right in the referee's face after the 2-hand push on the other side of the floor. Clean living for Amaya Scott. I tell you what. Right back to action here is Schumacher. Kayla Ebers, it's down to 1. She's got 17 points.
Third 3 from the same spot. She's feeling it.
Timeout. This building's come to life. And Archbishop Carroll is right here with 5:39 to play. And you think about how they beat Archbishop Wood on the semifinal night, Megan. It was just hanging around. They built a little lead up, and then they were able to close. But a team that at times it wasn't always going their way. They found their way in the lead when it mattered. And it feels like we're watching a similar blueprint here today.
I agree. Great team basketball, extra hustle points. Just like you see on the floor there. Kayla Ebers finishing at the basket, and really good last few minutes from Carroll.
Kayla Ebers, a freshman. Kelsey not playing here this year. She is injured, but Archbishop Carroll, boy, oh boy, feels like a Dan Hurley get us now situation. You better get us now because we're coming. This is a young roster with terrific underclassmen talent. 15 points in the second half for Kayla Ebers with 4 triples. .538 to go. Loose ball, who's gonna come up with it? What a play. Zion Costin, fully spread and just able to push that ball back. I mean, full extension on the floor. What a play. Winning plays, Megan.
They are. She's had a few others with her triples, corner triples, but I love those hustle ones to get on the floor and earn extra possessions for the Neumann team.
Now Neumann-Goretti slows things down, the double high ball screen. The defense has been collapsing on her. They got to make them pay from beyond the arc, and they don't that time. Kept in bounds by Kayla Ebers. There was a grab there from Nardi, that didn't let Easley get to the basketball, but they are letting them play at this point in the game.
They sure are.
Alexis Ebers, defended by Amaya Scott. Ebers a deep three, in and out. Good check out that time. Ebers took it away. Kayla Ebers on the floor is the call.
I think he may have changed to 2 shots.
Okay, yep, that's right. The on the floor signal there was a little surprising, and I think they came to the right decision. We mentioned the 15 points for Kayla Ebers in the second half, make it 16. Archbishop Carroll's first lead since 2-0. What a game. And remember that play at the end of the third quarter where Corinne Easley had a 2-on-1, looked to be an easy layup to potentially put Neumann-Goretti up 14 points. They never got to that total again. Archbishop Carroll came back, they nailed a 3, hit another bucket, and they've been coming ever since. Clutch Easley puts it in, it's 41-40.
It's going to go down to the wire. Neither team is going to let it. Oh,
good interception,
steal.
Amaya Scott. Scott attacks the body, and a foul is called. Savvy play by the senior. Terrific steal to start it out here, Megan. But find the body of the larger shot blocker, the taller shot blocker there, and force the referee to make it a call. There's really not much there on that replay. But find the body, and in a clutch or in a tense situation, just like it is for you players, put the officials in that same spot, right, Megan?
Of course. You can see behind the fans filling in. It's just an awesome atmosphere here down at the Palestra for the afternoon.
Neumann-Goretti, a team that lost each of the last 2 years in the PIAA state playoffs to Wyomissing, have not been to the Palestra in a few years. It's usually old hat for them. A young team last year, they learned. They brought these seniors along, just the 2 seniors. They have an opportunity up 2 with 3:32 to play to win a Philadelphia Catholic League championship. Thanks to our sponsors here tonight, including Blocks, who helps turn your PA state tax liability into need-based scholarships for your school while earning you a 90% PA tax credit. Sports specialties as well, providing championship gear and great PCL apparel with a new online store. Go to PCL25.itemorder.com to get your PCL championship gear. And we're pretty confident on this one now. We want you all to head over to Flip Out. Great gymnastics opportunities at Flip Out, Philly's hottest spot to learn all your flips and tricks. Flips and tricks at Flip Out. And one of Steve Haug's tricks, who we love dearly, is making that hard for me to read. So we want to thank Flip Out for their sponsorship. Finally, Petrosky Physio, physical therapy for high school and college athletes in and around the Philadelphia area and beyond. Their second year sponsoring the Philadelphia Catholic League Championships. Find them online and on social media for more, and certainly tell them that the Philadelphia Catholic League sent you. And that 5-second clock is running. Renee Shields saw it. And let's take a minute to talk about both of these coaches, because I think the adjustments have been terrific. I think Neumann-Goretti in the first half recognized, right, that they weren't going to let Archbishop Carroll shoot the three-point shot, run them off the three-point line, make life difficult, and they struggled as a result. Renee Shields has made some adjustments in the second half to create those opportunities and make life difficult on the Neumann-Goretti offense. What stuck out to you?
Yeah, I think we're just very lucky to have such amazing leaders and mentors. These coaches, played at this level. They played at the college level. They're now giving back to the community and coaching these young girls. Very special, and they're learning from some of the best. They were able to play, Coach Peterson at Carroll and then at Drexel, and Coach Renee Shields, of course, at West Catholic, and then on to St. Joe's, and still very much involved in programs and basketball in the Philadelphia area. So these girls should feel lucky, and it's a great time and opportunity that they have out on the court here today.
Good look there at Kate Schumacher and Kayla Ebers, two of the stars on this team. Schumacher came off the bench but has played nearly every minute in the second half and has been a key contributor. Two-point game. It was an overtime game last year, double overtime in this contest. And it was a game-winning NBA range 3 2 years ago, where Lansdale Catholic and Olivia Bocello with that big triple beat Archbishop Wood. What do we have in store for us this year?
Good patience on the offensive end. Carroll definitely needs to get a shot that they want here, and don't force anything.
McFillin, good kick out. Kate Schumacher steps into it. And it's going the other way. Alexis Ebers picks up the personal foul. Fourth team foul against Archbishop Carroll. Next one will put Neumann-Goretti into the bonus. Can't argue with that look. Open three stepping into it there for Schumacher.
She's hit that shot earlier in the game, so good drive and attack and kick, but just not her shot this time. Same thing on this offensive end. Neumann-Goretti making sure they get a good look at the basket.
Easily. Mo Berry for three. Not that time. Baker came up with it. And a travel turns it over to Archbishop Carroll. In Neumann-Goretti's semifinal, we're going to take a look at this here. They had a possession that started with 3:17 to play in the game. And that difference there, that travel, they didn't give the ball until 1:33 to go with several offensive rebounds just like that. It was heading that direction, but the turnover changes things here. Archbishop Carroll can take a lead. They don't there. Good rebound, though. Abby McFillin. She has been a terrific facilitator here tonight. Alexis Ebers. Ebers the kick out. 1:39 to go. Kayla Ebers. And a held ball. It's going Neumann-Goretti's way. Renee Shields thinks that's her ball on the alternate possession. The possession arrow says one thing. She's arguing the other. Good defense there by Easley.
5 seconds.
It nearly was. Deflected there. Good double team. And now numbers for Neumann-Goretti, but they don't take them. They're in no need to even release the basketball here necessarily. They can force fouls. And so then the question as we contemplate in this timeout is whom to foul. And so as you look down this Neumann-Goretti roster, Corinne Easley, very proficient from the line. Kamora Berry, a terrific shooter. Is it an Amaya Scott even? Is it Regina Baker? Who's on the floor? Is it Chrisette King, Zion Costin, Hanaya Solis Morgan? Do you put one of those players that rarely shoot foul shots onto the line? And so now Megan McCullough, we haven't introduced you as a coach yet, but you are a coach with Next Play Basketball in addition to on the All-City team during your playing days at UPenn. What does the coach, Megan McCullough, say here?
Yeah, you definitely try to go after a player that is not a Maya Scott or a Karen Easley, but they're all great shooters. So we'll see. Maybe a Zion Costin, who hasn't been at the foul line as much, but really Carroll just needs to really go for the steal here. I would pressure up and try to get a tip or a deflection before even going for the foul as a coach. That's what I teach my girls.
The ball's in the hands of the most valuable player. Now Baker has it. Let's see how quickly Easley gets this ball back. They may force Archbishop Carroll to make a decision here. 70 seconds on the clock. You would think a double team would have to come here shortly. And here comes the double. Baker. She's in trouble. Baker is in trouble, and a timeout is called before she released the basketball. What a job by Andrea Peterson. She's not thrilled about it as she discusses with her team right now, but they just took 25 seconds off the clock and can restart the possession from scratch. As we mentioned, no shot clock at the high school level. Well, they say full timeout does John McBride, and Neumann-Goretti's 5 are coming out onto the floor. So now they'll be called back to the huddle. Archbishop Carroll drawing things up, as you can see in their huddle. That's Renee Shields there on a knee. See her through the chaos. Trying to induce a steal, like you said, Megan.
Yeah, I like the spot that Carroll got the trap. Corner, backing up to the half court is just the spot they need. So coming out of this timeout, they need to do something similar, try to double, deflect, get any deflections, and then lean on their hustle that they've had all half. And as on the other side, Newman's got to take care of the ball, be poised, strong with the ball, and not allow the foul. Move the ball as fast as they can.
When we talked to Renee Shields before the playoffs, she said this is a young team that is still learning how to win. And a foul is called, so that will send Regina Baker to the line. Bonus time the rest of the way for both teams. Again, no front end of the 1-and-1, as we would otherwise be talking about 2 years ago in the high school game. 2 shots for Baker.
I think I just heard 4th on McFillin, so that's tough. Number 15 out there on the court when they're trying to steal the ball and get it back. You don't want your point guard to have to commit the foul and get out of the game.
Make or miss, Archbishop Carroll does not need a 3 here. Plenty of time to get a 2 going to the basket and look to extend the basketball game. 2 of 2 for Regina Baker. Big free throws in front of 9,000 fans. Neumann-Goretti will guard. 94 feet away. Schumacher laid the boom. She's behind the play. Ebers, tough shot. In and out. Easily comes up with it. Scott. Costin pulls it back, and Archbishop Carroll needs to foul. Good contest on the other end, Megan. A mid-range shot, but a little bit of a double clutch. It was a heck of a shot there by Ebers even to put it on the rim, but Neumann-Goretti's defense stood up again. Amaya Scott, 5 of 6 from the stripe this afternoon. You want to talk about how to close out a basketball game? How about going 3 for 3 at the line, starting with when they were up 2, trying to salt the game away. Now you're getting to the point where Archbishop Carroll may indeed need a 3. Remember that the clock will not stop after made baskets inside a minute to go at the high school level. Neumann-Goretti going to try to run Archbishop Carroll off the three-point line, but they give up a really good one to Schumacher. Back iron. Kayla Ebers, she'll take the 2. Timeout. 16 seconds left, and I do think that's the right play there. If it's handed to you, take it. But now the question comes down to, you are down 2 possessions with 16 seconds left, with now, Megan, only 1 timeout remaining for Archbishop Carroll. You can only stop the clock 1 more time. And so where that comes into play is, what's the message in the Neumann-Goretti huddle? No fouls. The only way that this can really get away from you is if Archbishop Carroll has a way to score with the clock stopped, which would be at the line, Carroll in the bonus the rest of the way. So you know you need 2 buckets to beat you. 1, Archbishop Carroll would certainly call the timeout if they got it. And the second one, you're probably looking at under 10 seconds to go. You let the ball go through the hoop. You let it bounce around, wait for an official to hand you the basketball, and then you start counting down from 5, all while the game clock continues to run. Neumann-Goretti can manage their way to a championship here. Certainly they have the basketball now, and they need to get the basketball inbounds cleanly and accept the foul. And Carroll needs to foul, and they need to foul immediately. 5 seconds come off the clock, and we'll reiterate, Megan, what we just said. 2-possession game. Carroll's going to get the ball with 11 seconds left. They only have 1 timeout, 1 way to stop the clock, and it'll run after made baskets. Things are going to have to go about perfectly for Archbishop Carroll at this point. (14 of 16 from the stripe here today for Neumann-Goretti. They're 7 for 8 in the 4th quarter. Quick stoppage with the officials over at the scorer's table, and they may be looking to put a little bit more time on the clock. Also might be a discussion on who committed the foul and if that person has fouled out of the game. Foul was against Kayla Ebers. We had her at 4 fouls prior to that whistle. And so that's the discussion, is comparing books, whether she is fouled out of the game. How about Danny DiBerardinis getting in there? Basketball moderator for the boys here in the Catholic League, as well as the great crew at the scorer's table. This is obviously a big decision here, Megan, as Kayla Ebers has been the primary 3-point threat for Archbishop Carroll. Renee Shields looks on anxiously. The officials tonight, as we mentioned, Chad Johnson, Margaret Hussey, and Amy Lukasevich. What a moment there between Amaya Scott and Andrea Peterson, longtime head coach at Neumann-Goretti. And here comes Kayla Ebers. That is her 5th personal foul. She is fouled out of the game. And as that freshman walks off the Palestra floor, no one has a crystal ball, but I doubt that's the last time we'll see her here.
Yeah, she had a great game, gave Carroll some life in the 3rd, continued on in the 4th, and has a bright future ahead of her.
They've missed twice from the line all day long. with these offenses, I don't know that many tab this is a game that might not get to 50. And it still could. Has to be a 3 for Archbishop Carroll. Shouldn't even shoot a shot inside the 3-point line. And a foul is called against Corinne Easley. She doesn't like the call, but quite honestly, that doesn't hurt you. We'll get another look. She just kind of was wrong place, wrong time. Really not a loose ball. That's Easley there. Less than thrilled, but 2 shots coming for Alexis Ebers. Ebers needed 30 coming in to get to 1,000 points. Season does not end here for Archbishop Carroll. She'll have every opportunity to do that in a state tournament. These programs will not be in the same classification of the state tournament, so it is possible that we're looking at 2 future state champions here. 1 of 2 for Alexis Ebers. It's been a long 10 years for Neumann-Goretti. 2.9 to play. Couple more foul shots coming. They've had opportunities to get back here. They've been back here, but they have not hoisted the trophy since going back-to-back in 2014 and 2015. And how fitting that Costin, who accepted her role, a starter last year as a sophomore, and 6th man as a junior, accepted it. What do you need me to do, coach, is what she said. And she's about to be a Philadelphia Catholic League champion. Neumann-Goretti is back to the palestra where they expect to be, and they are Philadelphia Catholic League champions for the first time in a decade. One of the great coaches to do it, Andrea Peterson, will cut down the nets again. And the MVP, Corinne Easley, finishes off a perfect season in the Catholic League. Dominant at times, Megan, but really gritty, poised at times as well.
There were a few, possessions in that 4th quarter where they got some steals and able to turn the game around there and finish it off with foul shots. And congratulations to the Neumann-Goretti Saints.
Stay with us, folks. We got a lot more coming here from the girls' final. Neumann-Goretti will be presented with the hubcap, and then everybody's favorite climb. Climbing the ladder to cut down the nylon here at the Cathedral of College Basketball. And in between, we're going to look to grab post-game interviews, hopefully with Corinne Easley and Andrea Peterson from Neumann-Goretti, the champions in 2025. Megan, a final thought from you.
Just a great atmosphere down here, Bob. Palestra is filled. Neumann-Goretti team that has not won in many, many years. A Carroll hard-fought team that, beat an amazing Wood team on Monday night. And excitement, as you can see here in the stands from the Neumann fan club. Just a really amazing atmosphere, and happy to be here and be a part of it.
Great job by our entire Penn Sports Network crew as well, who brought you the action, including Sean Kelly back in the control room, our buddy Randall up top, and our terrific camera operators. That's a heck of a hat to have. That is something that will span the generations there, living on mantles and trophy cases all around Philadelphia and beyond as these girls chase their dreams well beyond high school. Stay with us here. You'll hear Meg and me leave you momentarily, but we'll have the entire coverage of the net cutting ceremony and the post-game interviews next on the Penn Sports Network. Neumann-Goretti, the champs, here in 2025 by a score of 50-43. The perfect season in league play is complete. Bob, here? Who should I seek out for the mic?
Sophomore, number 22, Regina Baker. Junior, number 4, Cyan Austin. Junior, number 24, Kamora Burry.
Hey, just checking back in here, Bob. Freshman, number 5, Anaya Solis Morgan. we have the MVP of the Philadelphia Catholic League, Corinne Clutch Easley, with us, and head coach Andrea Peterson as well. Congratulations on a championship, on an undefeated Catholic League season, and for this experience that you had. Could you put it into words for us?
It feels amazing, man. It feels great. I feel like I waited my whole high school career for this moment. We finally here. We faced a lot of adversity, a lot of bumps in the road. But the one thing we didn't do was fold. We stayed together, and I'm very excited right now.
You should be. A state championship your freshman year, and now your senior year, an opportunity to lift more hardware. We talked to your coach. She said you guys want to go 3 for 3. Catholic League, district, state. Can't go 3 for 3 without winning the first. And here you guys are with a net around your neck and the hubcap in your hand. How did it happen?
We competed and started in practice. We competed in practice. We always stayed together. We never folded. We always lift each other up. I feel like having a leader on the team is what you really need to be successful, and that's what we had. I was able to step up and be a leader and told my team, like, this is what we getting. So we here.
You guys got out and running, played great defense. Basketball is a game of runs. You knew that Archbishop Carroll, a talented team that they are, was going to come back. And then you guys, disciplined, poised, efficient at the three-point line. You missed 2 foul shots all day and closed out the game. In a team led by 2 seniors, yourself and Amaya, was that a focus this year, and how did that play out today?
Yeah, it was a focus. The talk before the game, we knew we had to stay disciplined because they're very good. They are very well teamed. They're very disciplined as well. But I feel like we was more focused. So we stayed together, and we stayed disciplined. I feel like that was all that came to it.
That's an important piece of nylon. There you go. Senior year, you got more to go, of course, but if you could put this into perspective, 9,000 fans watching you here, the Cathedral of College Basketball, and this performance that you had today, what will you take away?
I'm not gonna lie, it was a little nerves in the beginning, but once I got like the flow of the game, I feel like my game just came to itself. I'm very excited, very happy for my teammates and my coach, and yeah, that's what it is.
Clutch. They call her Clutch for a reason. We'll let you go enjoy this, and we'll talk to your coach for a few minutes. Congratulations. That is a special young woman right there.
It is. It definitely is. She waited her turn. This was one of her goals, and I think seeing this right here and watching it unfold, I don't think it's hit her yet. I think she knows. They know we have a long season left, but you know, them 2 earned that. This group really has earned it. We've been the underdogs all year. Everyone doubted us. You can't beat a team twice. We're hard to beat.
And you haven't been beaten, not in the Catholic League at least.
No, we haven't. You know, these girls they hit a lot of obstacles this year. You know, we lost a young lady, London home wearing for. You know, she died of suicide. So we were playing for her. We had a heavy heart this year. We're friends with the young lady. I'm best friends with her father. So we were really playing with a heavy heart this year. So this one means more.
9,000 fans for these young girls, the opportunity to play in this type of crowd. What does it mean for the entire group that was out there tonight, but specifically for Neumann-Goretti?
It sets the future. Not many people can say they played in front of 8,200 people in a pressure. This is the Cathedral of Basketball. Everyone knows that. And we came out here. We set out to do a task. It was ugly at times, but what I'm most proud of is every single person dug deep. We had Regina in foul trouble. I had Anaya come off the bench, do her part as a freshman. And now I have kids who's experienced this moment for the future.
Andrea Peterson, thanks for spending the time. Another Catholic League title for you, your 3rd, and much success to come.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Andrea Peterson with us, great to have you. And we want to thank everybody for being with us. Enjoy your time with your girls. Thanks to the crew here at Penn Sports Network. We'll sign off for now. Bob Long here from the Palestra floor. Neumann-Goretti girls, the champs of the Catholic League in 2025.